18th birthday, and a very special one. It's a big milestone year. So I've asked everybody to just give some thought to their favorite moment with you or of you. And so I've asked Tracy here to videotape it. I'll end off. Maybe I can start with Auntie Maggie. Auntie Maggie, okay, thank you. And then we'll go counterclockwise around, and then after Andrea, I will go. Okay, Auntie Maggie.
Wait, no, can we write it down?
I'm going way back, and I know people will go up the line. I mean, it's always a pleasure to see you, Britt. Always, always. But I remember when and this is going back many, many years ago, and we have a picture of it still downstairs. You and the two boys, it was a Canada Day barbecue. And you were standing by the rock garden, which we no longer have, but we still have your picture there. Of the three of you holding up a Canadian flag on Canada Day, and you guys were just like, these two had to hold one end because they were a lot smaller, and then there was you holding up the other end. So that is my one moment, aside from many others.
I love it. Thank you, Auntie Maggie. Okay, President next, Matthew. We're gonna go.
There you go.
Thank you, Auntie Maggie.
I think. Wow, one of mine is when we went to Humber Valley and we went to feed the chickadees birds. Humber Valley, and like you got the seeds and it would come down on your hand and start feeding off your hand. That was a fun time. I like that.
Oh, that's a good one, Matthew. President. Uncle Rob.
I got two of them, one at both ends. The first one was we got married when the same year we were born, and your mom was helping us because she worked in the restaurant business, and she was helping us with the booze. And I remember we were at Grandpa's kitchen table, and she was saying she wanted to get final numbers or like that, right? And I said, don't worry, there's still lots of time, right? And she says, no, because I'm pregnant. Pregnant with you. That was the year we were married. And the second favorite one is when you said you want to be an accountant.
Yay!
Okay, Rob.
Papa, if you want, you can take a pass, but.
Well, my favorite thing was when you pull out my tree in the front. You know, yeah, Papa, I got it.
He's got a Rose of Sharon tree out front. Yeah.
That was very nice. You know. You were only what, about two and a half, something like that. Yeah. But my favorite thing all the time is when I see you girls and boys together, playing together. That's always a pleasure.
Thanks, Papa. Auntie Anna.
Okay, so I got a couple. One of them is when we were down at. I shouldn't have looked at Brick because now I'm going to cry.
That's okay. Makes it more dramatic.
Was okay. So
I put the onions away. This is like a sitcom.
As Matthew said, when we would go down to the to see the chickadees and the day that it landed on her head, and just to see the excitement on her face when it did that. Then there's the. This is more phone calls. I used to love her phone calls because the phone calls were always ending with "Love you, Auntie Anna," and you could just see her hugging herself because she was giving you hugs on the way on later on at the end of it. And then this is more recent. Britt and I went out to one of the places down by my place for a bite to eat. And I can't remember. I think it might have been one of the Turtle Jacks or something. And we were sitting outside there, and there's this young lady sitting with me, who's no longer my little niece, but she's this young lady sitting there, and boy, she's growing up so fast.
Time to move on.
Yeah, move on.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're killing the camera, man.
How much can Facebook take? Does it get
How much
time
time you have?
gigabytes? I make her soup and everything, and I feed her soup, and she pick it up by the two fingers.
All the noodles?
Noodles, yeah. Oh, it was so funny. So I was laughing, and she was laughing, and she was so happy.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was good.
Thanks, Nana. Ryan?
Okay.
Ryan.
First one is when we went apple picking, all those times when we got the apples, and the second time is when we went horseback riding.
Oh, yeah, for your birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Love that. Uncle Joe. Well, many. So this one has to do with when you first started learning how to ride a bike. You're probably 7 or 8 years old,
and your father bought you a bike that was 2 sizes at least too big. And I remember it was the blue one and had a bell, and in behind there was a park. And I remember, of course, Jenna was with us. She had a smaller bike, and she was kind of, and you guys were both wobbly. And you'd be really wobbly, and then you jump off and you run beside the bike and you go, "Look, Daddy, I'm riding the bike." And we look over, "No, that's not riding the bike." And then you would throw it down and get back up. So you did that repeatedly. You did finally master it, as you did with everything. So I remember that fondly, like it was yesterday, but it was probably 10, 11 years ago. Then there's a funny story that, courtesy of Uncle John. And this was, obviously you're a little baby, and Papa and Uncle John and Nana were looking after you, and it was in the back porch. And I remember, as John stated, there was a foul smell that was coming out of the area in your vicinity. And then my dad looked, and he goes, "Ooh, poopy diaper," right? So of course, gives it to Nana. Nana changed, and then a few minutes later, John and my dad were on John's porch, and you came out and you looked at John and you go, "All better now, Uncle Johnny." That was pretty funny.
Okay,
Thanks,
well,
Uncle Joe.
This was like 2 weeks ago. I went to stay with June and Juliana for like 5 days, and I got fortunate enough to see Brittany that day. It was like 2 days, and we ordered pizza that night. It was really late at night, and Juliana's friend Paige was over, and the pizza guy, he called Jenna, and he was like, "What?"
This is where we lose it. This is where we need a translator.
Laughing. No idea what they're saying.
So the pizza guy, calls back Jenna, and he goes, the dog is real." And Jenna goes, "No, we have a dog, but she's inside." So Jenna and Juliana have this like plastic dog that's outside their house. And the pizza guy thought it was a real dog. So the guy, he started freaking out. He was scared of dogs, right? So then he called me and he's like, "Do you have a dog?" So Brittany went out to go give the guy the pizza money, right? And Paige goes at the door and she's like, barking like a dog. And Brittany said the guy was like a heart attack. The guy was having like a heart attack against the wall. I was like, "Sir, are you okay?" And he goes, "No, I'm not okay. I'm having a heart attack." And I was like, "Okay, so you just need to take a couple deep breaths. You'll be okay." Oh man. So he was like,
Thanks for that story, Britt.
I didn't know about it.
That'll take a little bit of translation.
So funny.
Oh, that's a good one, Isabel. Elise.
We were like at the movies one time, I forget what movie we were watching, and then I hated horror movies, and the trailer for The Conjuring came on, and I started getting really scared, and then you covered my eyes.
Oh.
Okay, where do I begin?
I think it was the one
Juliana.
Well, I see her every day. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the day she was born.
And you're 3 years younger.
Yeah, 3 years later I popped out. It was a good time when she was born. I remember us all at the hospital. Crowding around. It was a nice time.
Okay, that's a
You're
good
probably
one.
like, stole mine. Stole mine.
Andrea.
Well, not a funny story, but I have, I made you 3 years ago, and you're a wonderful girl. Becoming an 18-year-old, going to university degree, I wish you all the best. You're a great kid.
Oh. Thanks for that, Andrea.
Okay.
Okay,
Just for me too.
I created a ode to David Letterman in light of the fact that he's going off the air. Top 10, Loncar top 10 list, special moments with Britt. 10. Hit it, band. Receiving every drawing from you and posting on the fridge, Britt. Every time you made a drawing, and I've got boxes full downstairs of all your drawings. Each and every one was very special. Loved them. Special mention to the giraffe and Golden Gate Bridge you and I built in the kitchen those evenings. Number 9, mentioned already, but special to me as well. Going for hikes and feeding chickadees. I mean, how precious does that get? I remember that one time we saw all those deer, and just the look on your face, how excited you were. Number 8, attending every field trip with you. Just hearing the excitement on your voice when you introduce me to your classmates and to your teachers. Always very special to me. Number 7, reading you bedtime stories and drawing animals on your back And even one night you asked me to draw Papa's garden. I thought that just touched me beyond
That's
belief.
just brown dirt.
Well, she wanted all the flowers from Papa's garden drawn. Little did she know that every finger stroke was the same stroke. Both trips to Europe, obviously very special, and really too many memories to mention. Skating on the Rito and eating beaver tails with you, that was really special. Number 4, enjoying family outings, whether it's going to a cottage with the girls or apple picking with the boys, berry picking, going to Dominican Republic, the Towel family. Remember that?
The Towel family, yeah.
Number 3, teaching you to ride your bike. Uncle Joe alluded to this earlier. Swimming, playing tennis, catching. Of course, you went on to greatness playing for Richview Flag Football and skiing. Number 2, hearing the news from you. I was down in Arizona and you called me, and how excited you were and you got accepted into Western. That was a special moment for me. And number 1, just watching my daughter grow up into a beautiful, kind-hearted, driven, and independent woman. Britt, I just wanted to wish you a happy 18th birthday, and I love you very much.
Is the camera girl going to say anything?
Tracy?
My story, you won't see my face, but my story, my favorite story, or you will see my face. My favorite story, well, Britt, we've only known each other for 3 years, but my favorite story is when we went, Stephen and Brittany and I went to my house in Maine, and we participated in a family triathlon. We each had to do one leg of the triathlon, and Stephen ran, and I did the kayak, and Britt did the bike. And Stephen came across the finish line and handed the baton to Britt. She got on the bike, and it was, what, 10 miles?
Yeah.
10 miles. And we're watching all the bikes come, and Britt's not coming back. Britt's not coming back. We're like, where is she? And we were like, oh, you know, she's on a mountain bike. Everybody else is on a road bike. She's coming to be a little slower. She finally crosses the line, and she hands me the baton, and I go to run to the kayak, and we're like, what happened? She's like, my chain fell off. I got a flat tire, I went the wrong way, but she did not give up, and she finished the race. And she still beat a third of the people in the race and handed the baton, and then on we went. Wow. We didn't win, but it was a great experience.
It was a great experience.
Well, I look back at it and I had fun.
Yeah.
Not that much. Not so much.
The very first hill.
Elbow deep in grease.
Yeah, I saw it, put the chain on, and then there was like a sign that was marked, so I was biking. Didn't see anybody. Didn't see any signs. Okay, I'm just gonna turn around now.
See if that maybe some more people are behind me.
Man, I'm fast. I'm the only one out here already.
There's some great memories, obviously, Britt. You've touched us all in various ways, so thank you very much. And I think it's now time to have some fruit and then maybe the cake. What do you guys say? All right, thanks everyone.
Frank Capra, It's a Wonderful Life, right?